Good morning. Welcome to another video. This one is for the Rapids Shawl, which there's one here, to show how to do the edgings for the finish. Now, I'm assuming that a lot of you have already seen the Rapids Shawl that I designed. Here's a little mud map of how it works. You start down at the bottom of this corner and you work this way. This edge is your neck edge, and this edge has a self-created frill along it all the way to the corner. But what you need to do is you need to create an edge along this side to repeat so it looks right. And that's what this is. This one's already been done. So you've got the starting edge here. And you see that's the self edge that you make as you go. So you need to make one on the other end that matches. You see? Flip them the other way, it might look better. No, they're not exactly the same, but they're enough alike that it would look okay. So this is what I'm going to show you today. So I have this one here. This one has been done with this yarn, Summer Nights something festival by Lion Brand. This one's called Stargazing. Now I used the whole ball and it's made quite a large shawl. But what it is, when you get to putting the edge on, you need enough yarn to do a whole nother row. So what I usually do is I do the whole ball, and then when I get to the end I make sure there's enough. So it doesn't matter where you end. I've actually ended down the bottom here and I've just done the last cluster and just pulled it through. Okay, but you need to start, sorry about everything moving, you need to have, this is the neck edge here. You see how the stitches look different? That's your flat neck edge. We don't want it on that. We want it along the top of the last row. And you get your hook and you get your left over yarn. Make yourself a slip knot, sorry. Okay, then you find your work and you want to go in right on the end. Okay, that's right on the first stitch. Hold it still. Just make sure you're going under 2 all the time. Pull that out of the way, you can get rid of that later. Now, you want to go, the first one is going to be a bit different because you don't have the cluster there to work from. Each one of these triangles will be going over the gap between the clusters. So you want to count down 2. So we are there, and I've got the slip knot on and I've put 1 loop on. So then I pull that through and do a normal treble across the top of the previous row stitches. So that's 1. Then we do a second one. Second treble or double crochet if you do American terminology. Alright, so that is laying across the top of the previous row stitches. Then you want to do 1 chain, and then you want to turn this. I hope you can see this. There is 1 string there, and then there's the top of the stitch. You're going between them. Pick up a loop and pull that through. Then you go chain 2, 1, 2, into the same stitch you just did the trebles in. All right, now the next thing you want, that's your gap. So you want to be the one before the gap. So we just slip stitch into the next stitch. All right, so that is your first overhanging triangle. So we'll do it again. So 2 down is the one just past the gap. So pick up a loop into there. Make a normal treble. Pick up a loop into the same hole. Normal treble. Chain 1. Turn the stitch on its side and go in the top. Pick up a loop. Slip stitch it. Chain 2. 1, 2. Into the same hole. Just do a slip stitch. And then you want to go into the next hole. So you're in the right place to start the next triangle. 1, 2 down, through there. Pull it through, pull it through, same hole, pull it through, pull it through, chain 1, turn it on its side, pick up a loop, slip stitch it through, chain 2, 1, 2. Through that hole there. Slip stitch that one. And then slip stitch into the next hole. So we've now done 3 of our little triangles. This little knobble on the top, that's what the chain 1 does. It gives it a sharp corner. If you didn't have that chain 1, it would bend over and it wouldn't be a triangle. You can do that if you like, but this is the way I've designed it. So you carry on doing that all the way down, all the way to the bottom. And then when you get to the bottom edge, so you'll be coming along here. So your last one will be there. You'll be going over that gap. Last one will be there. You just slip stitch at the bottom and tie these 2 together and weave the ends in, and you're finished. And that is the end of the shawl. Okay, bye.